Okay, well, today we are going to be teaching you how to train your M4, much like Ash Ketchum does in the Pokemon series. So, we're going to start by picking Horshang. It must be Horshang and the only map it works on. We're going to start by V-jumping near the office door. First step. Okay. Now, as we're walking there, I need to stress the importance of naming your M4 before you begin this, because in order to train your M4, you need to build a bond with it. As the M4... the M4 that you are currently seeing's name is TallyWacker. Its nickname is Tally. It responds to both. Having a mic works very well in doing this, as the M4 will respond to verbal commands. So, we're going to start by V-jumping the office door. As you can see, the method we choose to use is a very firm yet fluid method, so do it much like you see the person in this video. Okay. Now, you're going to get some FPS lag. That's part of this whole thing. That means it is starting. The training is starting up as it is a program within Soldier. Okay, now after the V-jumping, we're going to just stand there and shoot at pillars in the office. We're going to shoot 5 bullets at each one until they're... Now, in doing so, in shooting the pillars, we are changing our M4 to not like pillars. So we are building, what we're trying to do is be very prejudiced, because that's how we want SF to be, and that we want our M4 to reflect us, and our M4 is not going to like pillars because we are shooting them now. This can also be done at desert, at red base, for satellite. It's just, the fun never ends with these pillars. Okay. Now we're going to leave office, we're going to go over to where A, because that is where the next stage of M4 training takes place. So, we're going to make our way over to where A. Now, we're going to walk in, and as you look to the right, you'll see a crate, a big crate. Now, this crate used to be used for glitching a lot back before glitching got patched, so we're going to throw some nades at this crate because we don't like it. As we're throwing the nades, we're going to encourage our M4 to go with our action. So, as you can see, I'm going to speak to the M4. TallyWacker, we hate this fucking bitch-ass crate. Okay, so, we're causing TallyWacker.
Grenade!
That's what this training's about. We're teaching it to what is Simfight. So now that's the crate. Leave where A, and we're going to go to red base. Now, as you can see, TallyWacker is automatically going to aim at where A, even though we're standing still, because that's where the crate is. And that's how you start. That's good. That's what you need. That's what you need to happen at this point. If it's not, then you need to go repeat steps 1 and 2. Now that we're at red base, if you look to the left, you can see there's a blocked off area and there's a truck there. Now you're going to need to go up to that truck and try to hitchhike so it can take you to the next map. So we're going to go over and try to hitchhike from that truck. This can be done by getting out your knife and slashing, or getting out a nade and stop walking in circles with smoke. Now, if you throw a smoke at the door, this is one of the best methods. But it won't always work. So we're going to show you what happens if it doesn't work for you. Even though it works 90% of the time, just in case it doesn't work, we're going to show you what to do. So we're going to go to the first box on dock. Sorry. And as we're going there, when you name your M4, it needs to have a name before you start this training, because that is one of the fundamental parts. And as you can see, the M4 still aims at the crate due to the first training. And the M4, unlike people, does not forget, because it's a machine. And first box on docks, I meant the sub, because that is where the M4 is saying, that's where the spot is relatively close to. Now that we're on sub, we're going to get to the tip. Now, when we're there, we're going to go hunting for food because our M4 is hungry, so we're going to shoot at the water and try to catch the fish. Now, fish are very tricky to catch. Sometimes we're going to have to grenade the fish because the M4 just doesn't always work. Because it's new, you're just starting to train it, you know, it's just new, so we're going to try to grenade some things. Now the thing is, sometimes there are sharks which use grenades and then they don't die because they're tankers. So, shoot at the, make sure your mic's on, then you shoot into the water and say, "God damn it, you fucking shark." You're teaching your M4 more hate, which is what we want. Because your M4 is to be able to kill Force Recon right away. That's why we're building all this hate. Because Force Recon is different for reasons I don't know. And that is what the M4 is all about. It's just getting it to trace So after we're done on the tip of dock, sub, my bad, we are going to make our way over to Blue Base. Now, as you can see, the M4 is still aiming at the sharks because this is what we're doing. This is how we're teaching it. We're teaching it to hate the sharks, the pillars, the crates, and ultimately the Force Recon. Now, the reason we are making this video is because we are part of the SAFR coalition, which is the Soldier Front Against Force Recon. And what the goal of our group is to do is to just cleanse the Soldier Front to Force Recon. Eventually, we're going to bring what we do in Soldier Front into the real world with another group that is closely assimilated with us. Their group's name consists of three of the same letter. They're often confused with ghosts, but this isn't about them, it's about us. So we're going to keep our training going. So excuse me 1 second. So now that we're at the base, you can see that our M4 instinctively wants to go to the pillars, but we're not going to let it because that's not what it's time for. You need to also discipline your M4. You need to show it what's up, that it's the bitch, you're the pimp, maybe slap it sometimes, I don't know, whatever you need to do to make that bitch know what you want it to do. So right now we're going to show you one of the most important steps, I might add, and this is not an opinion. This is one of the most important steps. We need to show our M4 that it's okay. That everything it does, it's just okay, because as you know, M4 is a very emotional gun. That's why it's one of the most acceptable to training. Unlike the AK's badass that just tries to be cool. So we're gonna sit down in the middle of the base. We're just gonna sit and we're gonna talk because that's very important. And sure, you can teach it how to shoot stuff. You can get its recoil all down and whatever, but when it comes down to the M4, sometimes it just needs some loving. So we're just gonna take some time. Oh yeah, just love our M4. Oh. Okay. So that concludes step 1 of our M4 training. We're going to be releasing more videos of this, ultimately building up to our final goal of it automatically killing Force Recon. So thank you. This has been made by LuMi and Jess.